Welcome to the Downtown Kentucky podcast. Yeah, that's right. It's the end of year, like it always is. So we're back at it again. My name is Austin. Sometimes
And my
known as
name is
Parfait.
Chris.
Oh, we're gonna talk over each other. We're not used to
Yeah.
this, guys.
Well, you had paused, and so I thought you weren't going to say that I'm also sometimes parfait. And then you did.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm sometimes also known as Ox.
And Chris, if you didn't hear that part, because we were
Yeah.
talking over each other.
Mostly known as Chris.
This is awkward. We haven't done one of these since last year, because that's when we do the Downtown Kentucky podcast now, is once a year.
That's true, yeah.
Um,
Although we do record other podcasts frequently throughout the year.
Well,
but
not this past
we'll
year.
just pretend it's not true.
That's a joke for no one.
Well, no one on this channel, probably.
Yeah, probably not. So I guess my first question, because I have some questions for this end of your podcast, like I normally do. If you haven't been there, I don't know if these are evergreen, but you could try to listen to last year's if you want, and see how bad we failed at our goals or something. I don't know. That could be fun for you. No.
Oh, yeah. Enjoyed preying on the demise and downfall of our channel.
Yeah, I mean, even though we're actually doing better than ever, not that we're doing good, but we're doing better than ever. My first question is, Chris, how was your Christmas?
Weird, but good. In that, I celebrated Christmas pretty early this year.
Gosh darn it, this joke isn't as funny because you actually have already celebrated Christmas this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I have actually. In November,
Yeah.
I celebrated Christmas. Because my parents were in from Thailand, and so we kind of just knocked it all out at once. I will say one of our family members I kind of call out who, was a real procrastinator and was like, I'll get everyone their gifts for like actual Christmas, except for our mom and dad because they were going back to
Was it you?
Thailand. No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No. Although, it would be funny if I called myself out.
But also did it? Like, you're like...
I would if, I had, but I was actually on the ball this year. Props
Is
to me.
it one of the two that watch our channel, or was it one of the two that don't? That's all I want to know.
Well, it was one of the two that do.
Ooh, okay. That's all I want to know. That's all. I'm not gonna call out which individual person, but I just wanted to know which one. If it was like,
And if you're watching this, hi, I love you.
Yeah, me too. Not to the same level because we're not real family, but I still love you guys. All right, our next question.
How was your Christmas?
Oh, my Christmas is really cool. I'm getting a like armchair for that I'm gonna be streaming in from this point forward.
Nice. Oh yeah. And as a Christmas present to myself, with Black Friday deals, I bought a new computer, so that was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's true. So you actually have yours. I don't get mine until December 23rd. Actually, is when it's being delivered.
Tragic.
And spoil if you're listening to this, you're like, but it's December 31st. I'm confused. We filmed this early because. Yeah.
Because we didn't want to film this actually on New Year's.
Yeah. So I have a triple question for you.
Oh, a triple question, 3 parts.
You basically, because it's all written as one question, but it's 3 questions.
Gotcha.
So I'm actually gonna break it up just into the 3 questions, but I wanted you to know that I had it written as 3 questions.
A singular question
For some reason.
Good.
What
Glad
was
to
your
hear.
favorite movies of this year?
That we like.
I would say that
Just
came out.
generally speaking?
Your favorite movies that came out. Favorite movie that came out this year.
Ooh, that's tough. Trying to remember what movies came out this. Talk to Me was phenomenal.
That's horror movie. Don't know, Chris. You save horror movies.
It has to be not horror movie.
I want it to be different content for the people.
Oh, you're right. Godzilla -0.
There you go.
I don't think counts as a horror movie.
I mean, it does if you want
It's
it
a
to.
monster
but
movie.
No. Yeah, I consider
say.
kaiju movies like horror adjacent enough that if you wanted to bring that up on the horror podcast, I wouldn't be mad at you. But it's not horror.
And then, ironically enough, movie I saw on the exact same day. The Boy and the Heron. It's the new Hayao Miyazaki film.
My oh, ooh, ooh. My
Yeah.
answer is Barbie. I really liked Barbie.
Oh yeah, fair. I also very much loved Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie was a great movie.
Phenomenal.
Favorite TV show from this year?
From this year.
Yeah, I have none. I don't watch
Ooh.
television anymore.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Just so I have an answer, we'll go with AEW Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
I watch wrestling every week. Does that count as a TV?
Probably.
Yeah, and I actually realized that this. Remember that question I told you? That's 3 questions in one. It's actually 6 questions in one. But we'll get to
a little bit more than 3.
Yeah. So
I
then,
might say double.
Lastly, for the first half of the question, favorite video game of the year.
Ooh, favorite video game of the year. Baldur's Gate 3, to no one's surprise, game of the year. Also just a phenomenal game, generally speaking.
Just because I don't play a lot of new games, I'm going to go with WWE 2K23 because it's the only game from this year I played.
And that's fair. I was struggling to think of games that I've played from this year. I was like, oh yeah, the game of the year. Oops.
Well, here's the thing. Don't worry, because we have the second half of this What's your favorite movie that you discovered this year, Chris?
Oh, that I
discovered? Not from this year, but you found it this year, or refound it, I guess, if it's something, maybe it could be something you watched when you were younger but forgot about. That's allowed.
I don't know. That I discovered this year. Because I've watched a fairly decent amount of movies this year.
I haven't, which makes a lot of these questions hard.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got it. It's hard for a different reason, because there's a lot rattling around in my brain.
Ooh.
If
you want to list off a couple, you can. That's fine.
Hold on, let me go on to my Netflix. I just cheat a little bit.
Oh, shoot. I guess for me, for this one... Wait, no, we're on movies, so no, I don't have an answer yet. Oh, yeah, I do. Did we watch that this year? I'm going to bring this up on the horror movies one if it's also on that question. I don't remember if it is. But just in case, I really loved the Reanimator franchise, and I think we watched that this year.
Oh, that's totally good answer there.
Yeah, and I had not seen those. Well, I'd seen the first one last year, but
very valid.
I liked the second one, and I even enjoyed the third one for the obviously straight-to-video mess it was.
And you know what? I'll say it. I really enjoyed Bats. Was it a good movie? Absolutely not.
Oh, Bats?
But Bats was hilarious.
Bats was fun.
Was a great time. Terrible movie, but kind of exactly what I expected from that kind of movie.
That's fair. Do you have a favorite movie that you rediscovered? Is that you're going Bats? Is that your answer?
I think it might have to be that.
Oh, okay, that's fair. The fifth part of this 6-part question: what is your favorite TV show that you discovered this year?
TV show.
And I'm realizing, I'll just a little peek behind the curtain for everyone. The reason this question was worded this way last year, as one giant question, was because I just wanted to talk about Survivor last year, and that's why this was all worded like this.
Yes. Of course.
But yeah, I'll go with this is a little bit of a stretch because it's not like I really discovered it this year, but I did technically finish season 2 of Chucky this year when we covered it on the other podcast. So for TV shows, I'm gonna go with the Chucky TV show. Haven't watched Chucky season 3 yet, but I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, and we're probably going to at some point for the podcast.
Yeah, we'll definitely probably cover that on the other podcast, but we'll talk about that on the other podcast.
That's right.
Stop bringing up horror, Chris. We have a whole podcast about horror.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV shows.
This whole question was obviously built just so I could talk about Survivor last year. Which I haven't really watched Survivor this year. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get back into it next year, hopefully.
I did get back into Sweet Home on Netflix as of
Oh,
recently, actually. I just got over strep throat, and that's what I binge watched the whole time I had it, was Sweet Home, which is a zombie-esque apocalypse type deal, but instead of zombies, they turn into like monsters. And it's a
okay,
curse, not like a zombie infection, so you can get bitten and not turn.
okay, all right.
It's very interesting. Very poorly written in parts, which is no surprise to anyone because it's based off a not even like a manga, but like a visual novel,
Hmm.
like one of those like really quickly drawn visual novels. If you haven't seen them, you wouldn't know. But if you've seen like those webtoon comic advertisements on Instagram, ever uh, drawn like that. But the show is definitely well. Actually, I haven't read the manga, so I don't know. Not manga, visual novel. Uh, but the show's entertaining enough.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I don't either. But let's move on to the last part of this question. Which I'll now read the whole question just so people understand what I mean by this was 6 questions in one. Favorite movie slash TV slash video game of the year slash we discovered this year.
Mm.
So what's your favorite video game that you discovered this year? Doesn't have to be new, but you like, even if you knew about it, but you like played it really for the first time this year.
Give me. I don't know. I want to say Tekken 7.
Hmm?
Uh,
You did
but
get really into that for like a week.
yeah, for like a week exactly, which is why.
But you
Oh,
put
you know what? I did put over 100 hours back into Cyberpunk after I got my new computer, so
there you
I
go.
guess I'm gonna have to go with Cyberpunk on this one.
I'm gonna go with one that we've played on the channel, which is Fire Pro. I've fallen in love with the way Fire Pro works as a not even actually as a game, but just as a as something to just watch and marvel at how great the AI works in it. Uh,
It is pretty darn impressive.
like it makes like genuinely entertaining wrestling matches in a video game. And then also another one that is very niche, such a niche game. It's a game from 2004. It is called Extreme Warfare Revenge. It's a wrestling booking sim, EWR. I just got into it this year, but
Oh,
it's
with a name like that, you would not think it was a wrestling game.
that's fair. Yeah, it's a
Extreme
you would
Warfare Revenge.
you would expect like the W to be wrestling. No, it's not.
No.
But yeah, EWR, it's been around since 2004. So, actually, I think it's technically slightly older than 2004, but the most current version, 4.2, the version I play, is from 2004.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's the end of that huge question. And now our next question, which also could be multi-parted, but I won't.
Oh
It's not.
God.
It's not. It's written as a not, and I'm going to keep it as not. But it could have more than one answer. Media we're looking forward to next year. Video games, movies,
Ooh, there is
television. I guess if there's you can think of anything,
actually
I can't.
quite a lot of media that I personally am looking forward to next
Okay,
year.
well, give me a few of them. Don't take too
There's
long
season
with
3 of Sweet Home.
I'm kidding. It's
Because
fine. We can
I
podcast.
left on a big cliffhanger, guys. I'm dying to see what happens
Oh
next. It's
man, I
getting
can't
crazy.
believe it.
Uh, Tekken 8 is coming out in 2024.
I think it's gonna come
Uh,
out the end of this year, isn't it? Like,
nah, it's coming out beginning of
oh,
2024.
okay.
Uh, and I am very much looking forward to playing that and like actually getting to be in that community.
All right.
Because Tekken 7 is very dead by this point.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's why I was able to afford it.
and I'd say GTA 6, but guess what? That's not coming out till 2025, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sure it
It's
is.
probably still not even that.
Sure it is.
Let's be realistic.
Sure it is. Yeah, 2025.
2027 though, that's the year,
Yeah, it's
guys.
gonna be a great year, 2029. I can't wait to be a Florida man.
Yeah. Uh, I think there's some movies that are coming out like early next year that I'm also looking forward to, but I can't remember what they are off the top of my
Spoiler, because
head.
we're filming this early. I'm gonna cheat. This movie is actually technically coming out this year, but I won't watch it probably till New Year's Day, because that's when me and my family go see a movie once a year. Sounds so sad when you say it like that. We go to movies occasionally throughout the year, but we guarantee it's like a tradition to go see a movie on New Year's Day. And what we're seeing this year is Iron Claw, which has not dropped quite yet as we're filming this, but looks so good. It's a A24, which some people, and me included, don't always think that means guaranteed great, but it's also about wrestling. So I'm very excited.
More hits than misses, but there are absolutely some misses in the A24
I also personally just feel like, even though there are a few movies from the A24 catalog that I do really enjoy, I do also feel like a lot of the movies are trying a little too hard.
Praise than they deserve. Oh.
Yeah, they try. I think I feel a lot of them feel like they're trying really hard to be art when maybe they shouldn't have been.
I don't know which ones in particular you're talking about, but
I think The Lighthouse is such a try-hard movie.
Oh yeah, that's. There's a lot going on in The Lighthouse.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of The Lighthouse, folks. But I am very much looking forward to Iron Claw. It is about a very interesting story that I know a lot about in the Von Erich family. And then it looks like it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to watching that.
Because it turns out the movie I wanted to see is going to be out in 3 days.
Oh.
So I guess it's Poor Things with Emma Stone.
That does look so good.
It looks insane, and I really want to see it.
Maybe we see that.
Maybe we will see that together.
Maybe that's my birthday movie.
Perhaps.
Or your Christmas gift to me movie, if that's what you're doing for me this year. Who knows?
True. We could do that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. That off stream. So I think that's it for me for movies. Those two. One I didn't even remember that I wanted to see. I'm sure there are more. I'm absolutely sure there are more. But I'm sure there's tons of horror movies that I'm not thinking of at all, and I will look up a list of horror movies coming out next year for this part of the segment of the horror podcast.
Deadpool 3 is coming out next year, guys.
The movie should be great. I mean,
I do love Ryan Reynolds.
That movie should be great. I am a little worried about that movie because it was filming during the writer's strike.
They
couldn't do any improv or anything even.
And apparently Beetlejuice 2 is coming out next year as well, which I have no say on, to be quite
I like Beetlejuice 1, so I'm intrigued.
Yeah, but it's been like 30 years.
But it's got Jenna Ortega, and I like Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not looking forward to Scream 7. I still am, probably. I'll still watch it as long as, but that whole Scream drama, maybe we'll talk about in the horror podcast.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe, we'll see. Why we will, because that's probably my movie of the year on that podcast. Spoiler. But, I guess video games that you're looking forward to next year?
Besides Tekken 8.
You already said that. I'm sorry, man. I forgot you already brought up a video game.
Yeah, I did.
I haven't. So I'll say I'm sure WWE 2K24 will be really fun. I think, honestly, the last 2 years, after they took their 1 year break after the atrocity that was 2K20.
That was 2022.
Yeah, 2K20 was rough.
Yeah.
But WWE 2K22 and 2K23 were both fun games. I own both of them. I own 2K23 twice now. So yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, 2K24. Other games I'm looking forward to next year. I'm trying to think if there's any. I'm sure there are that I'm not thinking of. There's a lot of wrestling games that are in the works that are more independent. So I don't know if they're going to be ready next year. But I'm excited for them whenever they do come out. The Wrestling Code, UPW. There's a deathmatch game that's in the works that who knows when that'll come out. It's a one-man dev, so it'll probably be more than... It probably won't be this year. But I'm looking forward to that game when it comes out. Yeah. I guess that's it for media I'm looking forward to.
Fair enough.
And favorite TV show I'm looking forward to is, I guess Chucky Season 4. I haven't watched Chucky Season 3 yet, but I'm sure as long as there's a season, if there's a season 4, it'll be great.
I am looking forward to watching season 3.
I am too. I
might get around to it.
See, I'm not even waiting for the podcast. I'm waiting to watch it with my whole family now because my mom, me and my brother are watching through the Chucky series. We've only made it through Child Play 2 though. So I'm waiting to watch season 3 once we get through all the rest of the Chucky franchise.
I see.
Because my brother watches horror movies now, which is really fun. I get to watch.
That is nice.
I also got him to watch wrestling within the last couple weeks, which he was really against for a while, which is also really cool. But yeah, that's just a little peek into Austin's personal life. What's your favorite stream from this year?
Favorite stream is it?
That's an annual question. And
it is an annual question,
and it's hard every year.
Man, this year, more so than most, felt kind of like a blur, to be honest.
That's fair. I will say a part of why this year probably feels like such a blur is the beginning half of this year when it came to Downtown Kentucky. Downtown Kentucky was kind of on the back burner because I was trying to be in the wrestling business. So I didn't have a lot of time. So we were streaming maybe once, maybe twice a week. I'm gonna go with. Here's the thing. I honestly don't even remember if it was good or not, but I'm sure it was. But our anniversary stream is always a fun one. I don't remember what we did on the anniversary stream this year. It's a blur. That was in March. That was right in. I was in the thick of my wrestling training. But I know we did it. I know we had one. We also had a Halloween stream, which I actually think was one of our weaker Halloween streams. I'll be honest. I don't think it was good.
My favorite stream was the Among Us stream. I remembered it happened, and it was.
I was actually going to bring that up as well, but yeah, that is another one that is. The Among Us stream was great. We got to get another stream with a bunch of people on it at some point.
Honestly, yeah.
It's fun to bring with friends.
I did download Lethal Company, and I'm trying to convince Austin to do it. And hopefully some other people.
I'm completely down. Once you get a party of 4 going, we'll play on stream. You gotta find.
So hopefully we can get some of that cool group energy again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, it was absolutely. There's the favorite stream question done. If you were looking forward to that question every year, there it is.
There you go.
This next question, I actually think I have an answer to this year. Favorite series?
Fire Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, it's Fire Pro. I think Ring of Champions is so much fun. It's so good. It's a shame that no one watches it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're watching this because you've recently discovered the channel, check out Ring of Champions. I think it might be our best work. Also, another show that was really well done, I think, was DKPW. Go watch that as well.
Please.
It also wasn't very, except for one episode of the spin-off show got really good views, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are 2 series that are definitely my answer.
Fair.
I don't know if you have a different answer or...
Yeah, I'd have to say Fire Pro would fall under there for sure. Trying to think of... I don't even really know what other series that we did aside from DKPW.
Like Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, well, kind of.
We had 4
this is a very short-lived series, yeah.
It's 4 weeks. That is a series. It's not like it was a one-off video.
I did enjoy that series a lot. I would love to get back to it, but
see, the problem with that series
I can understand how watching it is not nearly as fun as
also
playing
the part that's the hard part about that series, peek behind the curtain, why it kind of stopped for at least the time being, is it's so repetitive.
Yeah.
And it just gets so hard to watch that same section over and over again.
Hey, if we had a larger chat, we could get back to it, because then it's, we can just chat with the gang while stuff happens on screen. So this is a plug for our stream, but tune into the stream.
Yeah, if you're a YouTube viewer, which we have multiple subs that we got in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, and thank you for the subs.
Yeah, thank you, absolutely. If you're watching this, which you probably aren't, because you seem to watch very specific content, and this isn't that.
Does not fall under that, yeah.
But yeah. Next question, which might be Chris's answer to what he just said. What's your favorite failed series?
Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to think of what series we started and failed this year.
A lot.
I mean,
think.
yeah, that's true. There was a lot of like
hardcore Minecraft.
That was not my favorite. That's why it only lasted an episode.
Yeah, it's fair. makes sense.
I'm opening up YouTube. I'm going to studio. I'm seeing what video. What did we do this year?
That's fair. I've been opening up Google multiple times during this podcast. If I
Once
can be
again,
honest.
I enjoyed the first like episode of it, and then I think it also kind of got to the point where it was a little too repetitive for my brain. Pokemon Infinite Fusion was a fun idea.
Oh, it was.
Less so a fun actual series. Oh,
yeah.
My answer, I just saw it, 100% is Battle of the Brands. I love Journey of Wrestling. I completely see why Chris doesn't. But I love that, so I was really looking forward to that series, and it kind of fizzled out very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's fair, but also Ring of Champions is kind of filling that void somewhat, so we're all good.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we also just had Medieval Minecraft was this year. That wasn't a failed series,
really?
though.
Yeah, it's true. That was just a series
that went its course. That was this year. Jeez. That was like September. We were still doing that. It wasn't even that long ago.
Medieval Minecraft. Did we have CJ for that?
No, it was just us.
Oh, okay.
We have not had him maybe this year.
I don't think that we have, no. And that's fair.
I guess Fall Guys counts as a series that existed.
That is true.
Oh, here's a failed series. Terraria, 1 episode.
Oh, that's, yeah. There was a lot of things that we did for 1 episode.
I completely forgot about this. It's not a series, so there's nowhere else where we really could have even brought it up, because it was 3 episodes. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, Sega, if you are watching this, which you're not, please release another game like that. I want more official Sonic visual novel games. Which is such a weird sentence to say, but it's so true. It was so much fun. Oh no, CJ was still here in March of this year. Because I'm seeing Untitled D&D show.
Yeah. That was way early.
January, we were still playing A Way Out even, so that counts as this year. No.
Wow. That's true.
Dying Light also officially ended in this year.
That was a fun series, but that was definitely more last year.
Yeah, it was, because I actually think it's a late Christmas gift, so I think it was recorded in December, but just released in January. YouTube, though, it is a January video. Yeah, so there's our favorite series / failed series / I actually looked up and went, oh, that was this year!
Oh, wow! Yeah, time is weird, guys.
Yeah, man, it really is, man.
Time is real weird.
And now, here's a question just for Chris.
Oh.
This is solely for you, Chris.
Ah!
There's no reason for me to answer this, because my answer is already known. How do you feel about being a wrestling channel now?
I can't say that it's something I would have ever expected to be in my lifetime.
Yeah.
If I can be real with you.
I agree. I didn't expect it to happen either.
For us to
I always was worried when I'd have to ask you for a wrestling series, and now that's pretty much all we do because it's what does the best.
Here we are, doing 2 wrestling games at the same time.
Kind of 3.
Kind of 3. Every once in a while playing some other stuff. And I enjoy certain series a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But there are some that are a little bit difficult for me.
That's fair.
But overall, I definitely don't mind it.
Okay.
As much as I thought I would have.
If I would have asked you, hey, you want to be a wrestling channel? You would have told me no.
Yeah, probably.
But here we are, and 90% of the content we make is wrestling. So
there you go. You never know.
Yeah. Ooh, it's time for the last two questions. This is a short podcast today, apparently.
Eh,
Hey, we're
a
at
little bit,
30
yeah.
minutes, so that's short. Um,
It's all right.
yeah, that's fine. What is your achievable goal for next year, or goals if you have more than one?
100 followers, baby!
Honestly,
Triple
yeah,
digits!
that is so in the. We're at 94. Um,
Uh, honestly, bigger than that, I would love for us to like blow up. I would love for this
yeah.
to be the blow up year off of the, you know,
I think that counts as
the
dreams,
random
though.
wrestling.
Sadly, that's the
Oh,
next
okay, you're
question,
right.
so we'll get to that one.
Achievable
Yeah,
goals. Yeah,
achieve because we
so
can't make ourselves blow up.
no, we
Um,
cannot.
achievable
Well, I
goal,
can't with Tannerite, but you know.
huh? Oh, okay, bomb joke. Um,
Well,
another, I guess, just continued growth, which sounds so like duh, but we're like growing a little bit here over on YouTube. We have had two videos, for us at least, blow up. So more of that.
oh, you
Which
know what? Yeah, I got another achievable goal is to be much more consistent than we were this previous year.
that's true. Which we already have been. To be fair, the second half of the year we have been very
Yeah,
consistent. And the reason we weren't consistent is no longer an
a
issue.
problem.
So
Yeah,
we should have no problem being consistent. Um, so yeah, I think those are our achievable goals. It's pretty obvious goals. These last two questions, I maybe need to move them earlier into the
yeah,
podcast
probably.
for next year. They just feel like ending questions, you know?
And I understand that. Yeah, no,
But they're
they
pretty
do
obvious.
feel
Like
like
I
ending
just want to
questions.
grow. I guess we'll transition into dreams for next year. I want this. Oh, actually, no. Another one that's an achievable goal. More friends on the podcast on content. I want
True.
to. I've been reaching out to a lot of my friends. I know you've had some of your friends on. We've actually had some of my friends on as well this year. But like, I just want to. Like, yes, downtown Kentucky is me and Chris.
It is. But
But
you know, content creators collaborate, guys.
yeah. So downtown Kentucky can have their friends on, and like that, like none of our friends are also content creators, but we
Yeah.
could still have them on. And I've been in talks with multiple that really want to be on, but just scheduling has not worked out. So yeah, we're gonna have more people on, more
Yeah.
friends of downtown
Downtown
Kentucky.
Kentucky and company.
Yeah, the downtown. This next year, if you want a theme for next year, is growth and friends is my goals. Uh,
Which really, if you wanted to, you could just summarize in growth,
that's true.
both channel wise and perhaps our friend group.
Yeah. And I will
Uh,
transition into the second half of it, which is dreams for next year. I want to be on the Dream SMP. No,
I would rather not actually, with all the drama that's been happening with Dream lately.
dude, I don't pay attention.
No, you shouldn't. Do not waste
Okay.
your brain cells on it.
Okay, I want Chris to be on the Minecraft Championship League or whatever it's called. Not me.
I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
I think they're about to come back for a new season. I just saw someone talking about it.
Like the Minecraft Mondays thing.
I don't know about that. I just know I saw something about Minecraft Championships. That's all I know.
Interesting.
It was a creator I followed mentioned how they wanted to be on it, and then there was talk of a season 4 soon. I don't know what that is. It just was like, oh, Chris is fun. I want Chris to be on that because I'm not gonna be on it. I'm not good at Minecraft. I can't be on anything.
I mean, I'm like decent at Minecraft.
Yeah, Chris is
No,
decent
I'm
enough
good.
at Minecraft that I think we could get him on a show like that, and he wouldn't make us look too bad.
Oh no.
Other dreams. I mean, like collaboration, like with channels like that are bigger than us would be great.
That would be sick.
You know, get some of that. Not clout, but clout. You know, from other channels that are slightly bigger to get some of their audience to notice our content, and hey, maybe some of them will go, "Hey, I like this content."
Yeah, 'cause it's not like we're not making content.
Yeah, we're making content.
Because boy, howdy, are we?
We make 5 videos a week here.
And when we're, recording podcasts,
Yeah.
also that.
So, just I guess my dreams are just collaboration and what Chris said. So I'm stealing his answer. I shall let him say it. What was your dream for next year?
I would love for us to blow up on a
Yeah.
series, and just start getting like a lot of people in the chat.
Yeah.
because as much as I enjoy streaming, it is much more difficult to stream uh, without a chat.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Austin are lucky in that we have, each other to riff off of.
That's the only reason downtown Kentucky is
It
able
still
to
exists.
exist. Yeah, if it
Yeah.
wasn't, like, if I was I've tried to stream alone here on the channel, and it just, there's certain formats that work better for it. Like, I can do a Fire Pro series on my own if I wanted to. Like, and I might start a second Fire Pro series, because you just focus on the wrestling and you do the commentary. You don't need a chat. But yes, chat would be awesome to have like a full booming chat. I mean, one of my dreams, and it's been my dream. It was my dream, I think, the last 2 years, and it still is the dream. Is I want this to be a full-time job for me and Chris.
It would be sick.
More so for Chris, honestly, which sounds so weird to say, because I have, like, I would love to be able to help my family out as well, but like I have a family that right now they support me. So if we could get to the point where we could have even just Chris not have to have a job so he could focus fully on this, it'd be great.
That would be pretty dope, yeah.
Think about the amount of content we could do if this was our literal job. But it's not
so
right
much
now.
more content.
Yeah.
So much more culpable moments, guys.
Yeah, we even more wrestling content.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I mean, it would just it's what does well. We've had, I guess now it's just a little retrospective for the year, talking about some not so much question based, but I just want to, I guess, be excited. Like, we've had 2 videos for us, which sounds so weird. I feel like you have to put that caveat on there because the word blowing up on YouTube normally means a lot more than this, but
yeah,
70 plus views with over 6 hours of watch time on 2 different videos.
Which, if we can put that in perspective for you guys, most of our videos get 3 or 4 views with 0.2 hours of watch time.
If we're lucky.
If that.
If we're lucky, we get 0.2.
Yeah.
3 to 4 views, that's pretty average, but sometimes it's 0 hours of watch time. Like, people obviously just clicked on it and we weren't for them, and that's fair. I get it.
But apparently people are watching.
Yeah, specifically the last episode of Downtown Kentucky, the story of Kentucky. Who will be coming back next year? We will be doing more Kentucky. There are plans for the return of Kentucky because it's doing well. So obviously people want it. So I want to give them what they want.
Yeah.
Other episode that did really well was WCW NWO Revenge, which was kind of just a game I randomly said, I'll play this. Play one of these old wrestling games, and it's done pretty well for us.
Inexplicably has blown up.
So expect more of that. Apparently, more old wrestling games. I guess just thank you to anyone who made it 38 minutes into this video. We would not be able to do this if there wasn't at least someone watching. If we had no one watching our content, we would have stopped by now. But there are small groups right now of people who watch on YouTube, who are more silent viewers out there. And then we have our couple Twitch followers that are active regularly. So yeah. Just thank you if you watched this.
Thanks for coming along with us on this journey.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning. About us.
Yes, please tell your friends. But it's just the beginning. This is the end of year 3.
Yeah, and hopefully of many more to come.
Yeah, maybe 4. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I think it might technically be our 4th calendar year, though.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. The point is, thank you, everyone. We'll be back for more content. Don't you worry. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube when this is coming out, hey, head on back and watch the special Christmas edition of what's it called? Mario Speed, not a speed run, whatever I call it. I have some name for this.
The not so speedy speed run.
Yeah, that thing. We have an episode of that comes out every year. Normally does okay. Go watch that, please, if you haven't. Go watch Ring of Champions if you haven't. I've been Austin. Joined by Chris, as always. And thank you for watching. Well, bye!
Bye-bye!